Alright gentlemen, I'm about to reveal the 27 best testosterone boosting foods of all time in this video. If you base 80% of your diet on these testosterone boosting foods, your testosterone levels are going to absolutely skyrocket. And you're going to feel more confident, more energetic, more social, and you're going to have an easier time losing fat and building muscle, because those are some of the great things that high testosterone levels does to a man. Let's dive in. If you're new here, my name's Richardson. I'm a personal trainer, a certified nutrition coach, and a chemical engineer. And for years, I suffered from a lot of nasty symptoms of low testosterone from being fat and overweight. And it wasn't until I went through a pretty nasty breakup in college that I finally started to get a grip on my life. So I'm here to help other men improve their health and increase testosterone naturally, just like I did. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe, because I do post videos like this one every single week. Okay, let's dive into this testosterone boosting foods list. Food number one, kind of an obvious one, is eggs. Eggs are full of every single vitamin except vitamin C, including vitamin K2. And they're also rich in HDL cholesterol, choline, selenium, and zinc. Furthermore, the amino acid profile of eggs is near perfect for human consumption. These characteristics of eggs, specifically in the yolk, make them ideal for increasing testosterone and boosting hormonal health. Now, I highly recommend that you purchase your eggs from a natural source. The best option is to buy your eggs from a local farmer or at a farmer's market. And the next best option is to choose brown, organic, cage-free eggs. I mean, even organic eggs are relatively inexpensive, and you can even see the quality difference in the yolk's shade. If you want to perform a little experiment, go buy some conventional white eggs and some eggs from your local farmer's market. Crack each egg open and compare the color of the egg yolk. The traditional white egg has a yellow shade, but the egg yolk that comes from chickens raised with more care have this kind of warm, dark orange color to them. Food number two is oysters. Oysters contain high levels of iodine, vitamin D, zinc, copper, and selenium. They also consist almost entirely of protein, including the rare amino acid D-aspartic acid. Steamed oysters are also extremely low in calories. Usually wintertime is the best time to buy local oysters. Never buy farmed oysters, because they're usually raised in environments with high heavy metal levels to accelerate their growth. Food number three is dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is chock full of all kinds of testosterone boosting micronutrients. Get it? Chock full chocolate. Sorry, big middle-aged dad moment right there.
Couldn't resist, mate.
But anyways, dark chocolate is rich in magnesium and zinc, both of which are crucial intermediates in testosterone production. It's also a rich source of healthy saturated fats that promote strong, durable cell membranes. And contrary to what you learned in biology class, the cell membrane is actually the most crucial component of the cell as a whole. It is not, in fact, the nucleus, and it's not the mitochondria. Food number four is pineapples. Pineapple is high in vitamin C and the compound bromelain. Bromelain is known for its ability to reduce sinus inflammation and lower the risk of blood clots. It can also increase joint mobility and relieve pain and swelling. I can even speak from experience about the benefits of pineapple and bromelain. So I was born with a deviated septum. As you can see, my nose is kind of crooked, and I usually only breathe out of one nostril at a time. Now, before I increased my pineapple consumption, allergy season was just an awful time of year for me. But when I started eating more pineapples, my allergies seemed to go away. Whether or not the bromelain in pineapple is responsible for my experience or not, I can't really say that for sure. But how can you be upset about eating more pineapple? And most importantly, does pineapple belong on pizza? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I was not a believer until I had Pies and Pints specialty pork Cuban pizza. It does have pineapple on it, and it just complements all the other flavors going on. And trust me guys, I've seen every single season of MasterChef, so my palate has become extremely advanced because of that.
Oh, excuse me. Are you crazy? Have you tasted that?
Food number five is avocados. Avocados are rich in boron, magnesium, copper, potassium, and several fat-soluble vitamins. They're also a great source of fat to boost testosterone levels because they're quite high in monounsaturated fat. fats. And if you haven't checked out my video about 7 incredible sources of fat, that's definitely a good one to check out after you're done watching this one. But anyways, about 100 grams of avocado will get you a solid 2 milligrams of boron. Avocados are pretty dense in calories, so getting all of your boron from them may not be the best route to go, but incorporating them into your diet more often should help get you all you need. Avocados also pair exceptionally well with eggs, so going that route is a great option to get more avocado into your testosterone boosting diet as well as eggs. Food number 6 is honey. Honey is a rich source of natural digestible fructose, which is the preferred fuel source of your thyroid gland. Your thyroid is the chief regulator of your metabolism, so you want to give that sucker what it wants. In fact, low thyroid function is highly correlated with low testosterone levels, and it's a result of downregulated metabolic health. Now, oddly enough, taking a tablespoon of honey before working out is actually a pretty effective all-natural pre-workout. But honey also goes great in coffee as a natural sweetener. It pairs great with dark chocolate as a little dessert. I like putting honey in sweet potatoes also, and it is easily one of the most natural and nutritious things that you can be eating. Food number 7 is bananas. It's no secret that bananas are exceptionally healthy. They're chock full of electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, and they're honestly one of the cheapest foods on this list. I buy 2 whole bunches whenever I run out, and it usually costs me less than like $4 to purchase even the organic ones. In general, fruits where you don't eat the peel are pretty safe to buy non-organic because all the chemicals are sprayed on the exterior of the fruit. But I mean, I personally just get the organic bananas anyway. They're still mad cheap, and it might cost me an extra $1 just to opt for the organic ones. All my buddies from high school made so much fun of me for eating bananas because when I'd eat them, I'd take bites out of them, and I mean, you can probably imagine why they'd roast me if you just use your imagination a little bit. But I still to this day break off a piece of the banana to eat it because they just ruined eating bananas for me. Food number 8 is mushrooms. Mushrooms contain polysaccharides that are high in micronutrients like vitamin D, choline, potassium, and copper. And these polysaccharides also inhibit the activity of an enzyme called aromatase. And this enzyme is a protein that's responsible for converting testosterone into estrogen. And that's obviously not a good thing. You don't want your testosterone being turned into estrogen. So inhibiting the activity of this enzyme is going to be beneficial for your testosterone health. White button mushrooms in particular are exceptionally high in these anti-stress polysaccharides, but really any kind of edible mushroom will do the trick here. And that wasn't necessarily a plug of me condoning the use of shrooms, but I'm just gonna leave that open to your interpretation. Food number 9 is free-range chicken. Chicken is a fantastic source of lean meat, especially chicken breast and chicken thighs. Chicken's also rich in choline, zinc, vitamin B6, and fattier cuts of chicken are also a good source of HDL cholesterol. However, I'd like to encourage you to avoid consuming chicken every single day because it is high in the amino acids tryptophan and cysteine. And these amino acids directly elevate serotonin levels, which can downregulate metabolic function. Serotonin is actually what causes the metabolic rates in bears to slow down during hibernation. Their metabolic rates must decrease to preserve energy throughout hibernation, or else their bodies would quickly just run out of energy. Excessive adipose tissue, also known as body fat, increases serotonin production rate, which creates metabolic dysfunction ultimately. But I enjoy chicken several times per week, so don't feel the need to avoid it obsessively, but I would just caution you against consuming it every single day. Food number 10 is coconut oil. Coconut oil is the ultimate fat source. It contains only 4% unsaturated fats and practically no polyunsaturated fats at all. Unlike most oils, coconut oil takes decades to go rancid because it consists of very few unsaturated fats. It's highly stable in the presence of heat, light, and oxygen, and that's important because the double bonds in unsaturated fats readily oxidize and break down when exposed to light, heat, and oxygen. And they do go rancid much more quickly. Coconut oil is also high in mixed chain triglycerides, monosaccharides, or MCTs. And MCTs are incredibly healthy because the liver metabolizes them rather than your gut. Furthermore, once MCTs enter your cells, they are directly absorbed by the mitochondria. And as you may recall from high school biology, the mitochondrion is the cell's powerhouse because it creates energy. Now, if you don't like the flavor of coconut, then you can always opt for the refined coconut oil. I think virgin coconut oil pairs exceptionally well with sweet potatoes, coffee, and smoothies. But in general, I usually opt for the refined coconut oil. Food number 11 is orange juice. Orange juice is one of the best sources of vitamin C and naturally occurring fructose. And because it's a liquid, it's very easily digestible. Orange juice also contains a healthy dose of vitamin B9 and potassium. Now, perhaps you're skeptical because you're under the impression that sugar is harmful and unhealthy, and you're not completely wrong, but sugar just gets a bad reputation because most products that contain sugar also contain cheap, shitty polyunsaturated fats and highly processed grains. These products are obviously not the best, and also note that none of the foods in this testosterone boosting list are things like breakfast cereals or Little Debbie Swiss rolls or cosmic brownies. So because sugar has gotten this bad reputation, even healthy sources of organic juices and fruits, they also get thrown into the mix of unhealthy foods just because they have sugar in them. It can be a little confusing, but it's no wonder why so many people don't know what to believe when it comes to nutrition. However, food sources do matter, and orange juice is a naturally occurring, easily digestible source of high quality sugars and nutrients. Food number 12 is potatoes. Potatoes are an absolute superfood, and I'm not even a big advocate on superfoods, but if I were to give my stamp of approval on anything being a superfood, it would be potatoes. Furthermore, by no means am I a fan of extreme diets either, but if I were to give my blessing on any kind of extreme diet, it would probably be the potato diet, where all you eat are potatoes. They are an absolute nutrient powerhouse. Potatoes are high in vitamin A, several B vitamins, vitamin C, potassium, and iodine. And these nutrients are essential for maintaining healthy hormone levels and balancing mineral concentrations so that your cells can function optimally. And even the protein in potatoes are beneficial. You'll get a ton of nutrients from incorporating these into your diet more often. Food number 13 is red meat. Steak probably receives more hate than beef because so many steak cuts are high in saturated fat. However, just like with any nutrient-rich meats, the source of the meat matters. The saturated fat on steak that comes from grass-fed, free-range cows is exceptionally healthy. The steak's fat portion is rich in vitamins A and E, and the muscle meat is high in B vitamins, L-carnitine, iron, choline, zinc, and copper. Food number 14 is extra virgin olive oil. Olives are technically fruits because they contain pits, but olives and extra virgin olive oil are both fantastic sources of monounsaturated fat. I would opt for extra virgin olive oil specifically because food manufacturers use rigorous industrial processes to extract regular olive oil. Plus, extra virgin olive oil just tastes much better. Extra virgin olive oil is high in antioxidants that can reduce inflammation throughout the body, as well as elevate healthy hormones. Food number 15 is pickles. Pickles are awesome because they're stupid low in calories, so you can eat them guilt-free, and they'll also do wonders for your gut health as well because they're fermented. And your gut is referred to as your second brain because it is so closely linked to your endocrine system. Every hormone that's regulated by your endocrine system, including testosterone, is related to your gut health, so do not neglect it. Pickles are great for your gut health, and they promote the growth of that healthy bacteria balance that's ultimately going to improve digestion. And like I said, they're super low in calories, so they make for a great snack if you're trying to get rid of some extra body fat. Food number 16 is raisins. Raisins are quite rich in boron. About 100 grams will get you 3 solid milligrams of bioavailable boron. Raisins also contain a natural compound called resveratrol, which might be able to stimulate testosterone synthesis and block estrogen in humans. There was an in vivo study that showed resveratrol's ability to improve sperm quality and testosterone. But it's worth noting that this study used a pretty aggressive amount of it, and you probably wouldn't get the exact same effects just from eating raisins, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, raisins are also rich in natural fructose, which is the preferred fuel of your thyroid gland, like we already talked about earlier. Suboptimal thyroid function is one of the leading causes in low testosterone levels in men, so you definitely want to be taking care of your thyroid. Also, don't confuse natural fructose that comes from sugar with high fructose corn syrup. These are both completely different forms of sugar. One is great and the other is not. Food number 17 is Greek yogurt. In the 20th century, Nobel winner Eli Mechnikov realized poor Bulgarian peasants live much longer than the average life expectancy because they mainly consumed yogurt. Because yogurt contains prebiotics, probiotics, enzymes, and friendly bacteria that promote proper bacterial levels in your gut. These bacteria support a healthy immune system and keep healthy hormone levels high. Greek yogurt is high in protein also, and probiotic yogurt is loaded with bacterial cultures that support digestive health. Yogurt's also high in calcium, vitamin K2, choline, and vitamin B12. And yogurt is such a weird word though, don't you think so? I mean, just say it a few times. Yogurt. 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 Let me know in the comments down below what words you guys think are weird, because that one's definitely up there for me. Food number 18 is grass-fed butter. Traditional butter that comes from conventionally raised cows is exceptionally low in quality, because these cows are pumped full of estrogenic chemicals, artificial hormones, and copious amounts of antibiotics so that they produce more milk. And furthermore, it fattens up the cows so that the farmers can make more profit off of each cow. However, butter that comes from grass-fed cows that can roam pastures freely and soak up sunlight daily, this kind of butter is excellent in quality. Butter is rich in vitamin A and vitamin K2, as well as high-quality saturated fats that are essential precursors in testosterone synthesis. Food number 19 is pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that can decrease diastolic and systolic blood pressure in as little as 2 weeks. And pomegranates have been used for thousands of years as therapeutic agents as well. Pomegranates are potent attenuators of oxidative stress. One study showed that pomegranate juice could severely reduce oxidative damage after intense heavy weightlifting workouts. Consequently, drinking pomegranate juice after strength training sessions in the gym could aid in recovery between your workouts. Food number 20 is bone broth. Bone broth is made by simmering animal bones in water for an extended period of time to release the bones and the joints' connective amino acids. Bone broth is rich in the amino acids proline and glycine, and proline and glycine help promote good sleep quality. So try drinking a cup of bone broth before going to bed for a good night's sleep. Food number 21 is onions. Onions are tuber vegetables just like potatoes and beets and carrots. And these root vegetables grow in the ground, and they are so dense in nutrients that they can actually start to sprout additional root branches. Onions are high in many anti-inflammatory phytocompounds and antioxidants, and several rat studies confirm their ability to increase steroid hormone levels by 300% after 3 weeks. Now remember that these rat studies don't necessarily carry over directly to humans, but still, their DNA is remarkably similar to ours, so the studies are at least worth mentioning. Food number 22 is blackberries. When it comes to berries, the general rule of thumb is that the darker berries have higher antioxidant content. In other words, blackberries contain more antioxidants than blueberries, and blueberries contain more antioxidants than raspberries, and the list goes on. Berries are also very low in calories, so feel free to indulge. Food number 23 is black coffee. I am an absolute coffee addict, and I'm talking about real coffee. Real coffee is black coffee. I love my morning black coffee and have grown to love trying different roasts, because when you drink coffee black, you can taste the flavor difference among different roasts much better than if you just dumped a bunch of cream and sugar into it. Coffee is pretty effective at blunting hunger quite well, and it's also high in antioxidants. And these antioxidants can help promote higher androgen levels and even increase fat mobilization. However, overconsumption can lead to elevated cortisol, which is a stress hormone, so you don't want to be drinking too much of it. If you consume coffee coffee daily, try not to drink it after lunchtime or any time into the afternoon, and limit your intake to about 1 or 2 cups a day. One way I like to increase my mineral consumption is to actually add some pink Himalayan salt to my black coffee. And I know that sounds crazy, but give it a try. And you don't need much to enjoy the benefits of the extra mineral intake. I've become fond of salting many different foods and drinks, and my body almost craves it. So I do like my coffee a little salty. Food number 24 is liver. Liver is easily one of the most nutrient-dense foods that you can consume, but it really doesn't get the amount of attention that it deserves because of its smell and its taste. Liver is especially high in choline, and practically 95% of people, especially Americans, are deficient in choline. Just 100 grams of some kind of animal liver contains the recommended value of choline for the day, and you don't even need to eat liver every single day. Even just consuming some liver like once a week is enough to get a good amount of nutrients. And here's a life hack: soak the liver in milk before you cook it to extract out some of the bile that's in it, because the bile is what gives it that foul smell and taste. So if you extract that from the liver, you'll probably have an easier time cooking it up and eating it, especially if you cook it in some butter. Food number 25 is salmon. Salmon is a great source of protein, and the fats in salmon are loaded with nutrients like vitamin E and vitamin D3. Salmon is also high in B vitamins as well as selenium, which is an important and oftentimes overlooked nutrient that plays a crucial role in metabolism and testosterone regulation. Just make sure you don't buy farmed fish. Get the wild caught fish, because farmed fish always contains traces of heavy metals like mercury. One of my clients actually told me about this article that he read about some dude who got mercury poisoning from eating farmed tuna pretty much every single day. So definitely stay clear of that nasty farmed fish. Food number 26 is whole carrots. Carrots are a vitamin A powerhouse, and the fibers in carrots are also great for restoring the integrity of the gut lining and pulling out a lot of estrogenic toxins in the digestive system. I would opt for the whole carrots rather than the baby carrots, because even though they are easier and more convenient, baby carrots are made using food processing and industrial cutting techniques. They use metal cutters and cleaners on them, and it's just so unnecessary when you could just eat the carrot like it is, as it's grown and straight out of the ground, to avoid all that exposure and those food manufacturing processes. And then food number 27 is Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are a decent source of boron as well as other important micronutrients like selenium, zinc, and magnesium. Now, you want to make sure that you're buying Brazil nuts with the seed shells on them, because that's actually where all of the nutrient content is. So don't go buying the de-shelled ones. Make sure that they have the nice thick brown shell on them. And Brazil nuts are actually so rich in nutrients that the Capuchin monkeys actually learned how to harvest them by letting them dry in the sun and then breaking them open with rocks. Brazil nuts are also low in polyunsaturated fats, unlike most nuts, so feel free to snack on these as a testosterone boosting snack. So there you have it. Those are the 27 best testosterone boosting foods of all time. Now, eating these foods more often is definitely going to help increase your testosterone levels naturally, but if you really want to take your testosterone health to the next level, you also want to make sure that you're eating the proper amount of calories and fats, carbs, and protein, as well as following an effective strength training protocol to optimize your testosterone. So if you're interested in learning more about how I can help you dialing your eating and your training habits to increase testosterone naturally, go ahead and fill out a quick form for my coaching program in the pinned comment down below. We can hop on a quick call and I'll help you identify the key areas in your life that are holding you back from living life with thriving, healthy testosterone levels. So go ahead and fill that out and I'll be in touch with you. But that's all for this video. If you liked it, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here and you've made it this far, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel as well. Men these days just don't pay close enough attention to their testosterone health, and my channel is dedicated to helping men do just that in a way that's easy and simple to follow and understand. I post content about things like nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle decisions that you can make to help increase your testosterone naturally. So go ahead and subscribe for more videos like that. And turn the notification bells on too, so that you're not missing out on any of my latest content. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate the support, and I hope you got a lot out of this video video too. Enjoy these testosterone boosting foods, bro. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.